Hello. Welcome to Saturday night streaming. Woohoo! It's me, Lupo, into his house. Why did I say that? Anyway, welcome. Tonight we are starting. What are we starting? What could it be? Tonight we are starting the game Stray Gods. Now, every now and then, I like to just look at what's on sale on my PlayStation, and from there, I pick out a bunch of indies and other things that usually I might not have heard of otherwise. So, I was looking, and I saw this game on sale, and I saw so many things that I'm like, yes, please inject it all into my veins right away. We got mythology, Greek mythology specifically, but it is for this one. And for me, in general, I love mythology. I am all about that. I I love the Fate series because of all the myth, just oh my gosh, it's mythology and folklore are just so fascinating to me in general. There's so many different wonderful stories all over the world from all these different cultures. It is phenomenal, and I love getting to see reinterpretations of them. It's so good. Hades was one of my absolute favorite games. That was so fun to play. So I am all for some good old Greek mythology. Feed it to me. So it's like, step one, that is promising. Step two, it's a musical. Now, having just, like most other people, thoroughly enjoyed Has Been Hotel when that dropped, and having had those songs stuck in my head for weeks now, like, my Spotify end of year stuff is gonna be so much Has Been. By the end of it, and we're only in March now. There is so much good content in there. I love musicals. I was lucky enough growing up. My grandparents lived about an hour outside New York City, and starting in high school, I would visit them for about a week each summer, 1 week each summer, and every time I visited, we had one day where we went into the city and we got to see all the cool stuff. I've been to Rockefeller Center, got to see the Statue of Liberty, and we ended these day trips into New York every night with a Broadway musical. So I love musicals. They are so good. Like, oh my gosh, it's when it's time to actually talk about the things I love. I'm just filled with all this enthusiasm, and I can't even articulate properly. I love just the emotion and the singing style you get with a musical. So I see mythology and I see musical, and I'm just like, hell yes, let's go. This is made for me. I don't know what this game's fully about, but it's like, come on. This is so far up my alley, it's crazy. I am ready for some fun. So yeah, I had to. oh, let me check options. Yes. That's fine, I guess. Timed choices on. Sure. That's all good, I guess. Enable sound effects for general UI. Yeah, this seems fine. What are the controls, just so I know? That'll help. Pause is triangle. Square. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like, this feels so up my alley, and the fact that it's at the height of me having the damn Has Been songs just stuck in my head for weeks at this point. I listen to that soundtrack so much now. It is insane. Oh my gosh, and every song is such a banger, too. Like, if I had to narrow it down to three, my top three are definitely probably You Didn't Know, Hell's Greatest Dad, and Loser Baby. But every song is so good. Like Stayed Gone is also ridiculously good. Um, gosh, what else? And oh, Hell is Forever, great. Happy Day in Hell, it's like just a classic musical song. Poison's really good. Just that soundtrack is amazing, amazing, phenomenal. And just I have listened so much, it's like, oh cool, I have every character's like lyrics completely memorized for You Didn't Know at this point. I've got pretty much all of Hell's Greatest Dad memorized. Like, oh, it's so good. It is so good. Good musicals are, can't get enough of them. Can't get enough of them. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully some really good music and some really good mythology stuff going on here. And yeah, I think that's enough preamble for me. Let's just dive into it and let's see what the good stuff is. Okay. From our team all across the world, enjoy the show. This game was made on stolen ground. We would like to acknowledge the oh gosh, I do not want to butcher these native names. The Wurundjeri and Boonwurrung peoples of the Kulin Nation and the Gadigal people of the Aor Nation. Sovereignty was never ceded. This game was built on Treaty 6 and a traditional meeting ground and home for many indigenous peoples. Oh man, do not yawn during the thing, fool. Including Cree, Salto, Neatsitapi, the Blackfoot, Metis, and Nakota Sioux. Okay. And there's content warnings. Let's just see those. So, this is nice. I really appreciate the idea of warning people in case they're not ready. So alcohol use, there's violence, PTSD. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I missed over the other ones, but it was death and suicide. So, just warning, I guess.
4 hours. 4 hours in a rented gym that still smells like socks and childhood trauma. And where did it get us? Other than bored? The band wasn't even looking for anything specific. We just wanted change. We wanted to see who was out there. If they'd show up.
I think it's Laura Bailey. I would recognize her voice.
Well, they showed up all right.
Recognize her voice pretty much anywhere. Cool. So,
I had a dream where this exact thing happened.
great cast.
Except we were on stage. And naked.
We were auditioning.
Not all of us. Okay, it was just me. I was naked. I think this went better.
Alright. One moment, please. The game has conspired against me as far as scuff goes. Let me move my little streaming banner, because I didn't think the subtitles were going to be at the very top of the screen. Okay. And you know what? Put it in front of me. Why not, right? My model's already blocking, whatever else could be behind him, so might as well do that. And because this is a musical, turn that up just a smidgen. Make it easier to hear. Alright. Let's go. Back to it. I'm loving the art style already. Uh-oh. What was she last saying? Yeah, I feel like it couldn't be worse than some of what we were just dealing with, right?
In your dream, was the stage on fire? Because otherwise, I find that hard to believe.
Whoa, can we do that for our next gig?
We are not setting the stage on fire, Brian. Please stop asking. Okay, let's just wrap this up. Kaz, do you need a ride?
Just to Brian's. I'm crashing on his couch until I get a new place.
What? You said it'd be 2 days.
You know you like having me around. Whatever.
Have you heard yourself snore?
Whatever. I'm crashing I am.
Hey, Grace, you okay? I know you've been kind of loose ends since you left college. I was just hoping tonight would cheer you up.
Whew. Alright, so first off, we got our main character, I guess, is Grace. Voiced by what I'm pretty darn sure is Laura Bailey. If I hear a little more, it'll be excellent. Yeah, so loose ends since college. Girl, I've been there. Love the character design. Love the art style. This is... I'm a minute into this, barely done anything, but already so promising. You're the best, friend.
You're always looking out for me, Freddy.
Oh, that's Laura Bailey for sure.
That's the deal, right? Best friends to the end.
Right. I just wish it wasn't always so one-sided.
Hey, don't worry about that. Really, Grace. You'll get through this.
Music is your life, Freddy. You're the drummer, the lyricist. All of this was your idea. I wish I knew where I fit.
I think you fit. You know that, right?
Aww.
Yeah.
You coming?
I'm gonna hang out a bit and lock up. I'll see you at home.
Am I sensing tension of some kind? Like, not to read into be like lesbians, but I feel like there was some... Ooh.
Lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze.
I always forget Laura Bailey can sing really well.
I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
This is both like the best and worst game to stream because I'm like, cool. I don't want to talk over the damn music.
Everything I set upon unravels at my feet. Everything I've learned wasted on a girl who doesn't know how to be free. Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
Oh,
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I heard you from outside. My name's Calliope. You have an amazing voice. I hope
Well,
you know
I know
that.
that's a Greek name.
thanks. I'm Grace. Are you here for the audition, or...?
Calliope.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Now, I'm pretty good with my mythology knowledge, but I can't think of where her name would be. Are you sure?
You really want to join our band? You sure you got the right audition?
I'd give anything to join you, Grace.
All right. Well,
Grace got that riz.
With the fire furious, I have burned my tongue. Grief from all the promises, too many dreams unsung. All the steps I didn't take and paths proved untrue. Is there any path through? Like a boat lost at sea. Oh, I'm about to
Oh, hell yeah, we're gonna do it already. This rocks!
You still have your life ahead. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. All things that lose their way can find it again. There is no inertia in the ocean.
Oh. Okay. Thank you for having an explanation, because I would have been just very, very like, uh-oh. Alright, so choose my trait. Kick at in your face. This Grace is very punk rock and not afraid to get reckless and aggressive when it's called for. This is Grace with soul and charisma. She tries to do the right thing and everyone likes her more for it. Sometimes you need to think your way out of a problem, right? This Grace is sneakier, smarter, and witty. Why did I almost say smartier? Well, shit. I don't know how this will affect things. The giant ass Paramore fan in me is gotta go for kick ass. Got no other choice. Let's go. Let's go be punk.
Maybe if I paddle hard enough, I'll fight the waves, try to be tough. Can I belong to the sea?
Cool. So I'm gonna have to replay this game for different choices then, I bet. Neat.
Wow. What was that?
Your song was just so wonderful. I had to finish it with you. I hope that's all right. I also know what it feels like to be lost. To feel as if you have no place to turn. That's why I had to come inside.
Okay, so what kind of... I mean, yeah, clearly she's not here to audition, but I'll just ask, have we met before?
It's really weird. I feel like... Have we met before?
I don't think so, but artists often find me familiar.
What
Ah,
does that mean?
is she one of the
It
muses?
means I've traveled in many circles.
That makes sense. I can't remember,
May I ask you why you feel
name,
so
but-
adrift? You're so young. Surely your life is just beginning.
Okay, let's not get too pointed here. Uh-oh. The me option.
You sound like my guidance counselor.
Then I should apologize.
No, it's fine. There's just only so many times someone can ask what's wrong with you before you start to think there's really something wrong with you. What
Girl.
does she know? If only she could see me now, right?
I think she'd see what I see. I should go.
Grace, you just like me for real,
About the
but
audition.
a good
I'm sure
singer
everyone
and
will
super
agree,
pretty.
right? If you want to be, that is.
I hope to see
So,
you again, Grace.
Not like me, for real.
Perhaps soon.
Right. See you then.
Suspicious. And also, she had a very super clearly Greek name and seems to be one of the muses, so we're gonna get... I know, man, it's all Greek to me. I'm sorry for the horrible dad joke. Fridge.
you lose your keys, Fred? I thought you'd be
Uh-oh.
Calliope?
I didn't know where else.
What?
So sorry, Grace.
Ah.
What happened?
Yeah. I
Who did this?
It doesn't matter now. I didn't want to do this to you. Not like this. I'm so sorry.
mean, this went 0 to 60
What do you
way
mean?
faster than I thought.
Hey! Calliope! Please. Please, come on.
Whoa. What's happening?
What is that?
Whoa? We're Greeking out now. Uh-oh. Oh, girl, no, don't get the blood all in your hair.
Oh, I can wait. Take your time.
Is that my door?
Technically, it's my door. Or our door, maybe?
Okay,
I came as soon as I could.
modernizing Hermes by making him like a messenger dude like that, so good. That's brilliant.
I think she's dead. We need help. You need to call someone or...
Well, I'm someone. I got called. Happens every time one of us dies, you know?
Man, so you guys can just die, huh? That's not good. What a
She really is dead, huh?
good modern interpretation of
Of course
Hermes.
is gonna want to talk to you. Sucks, but, you know.
Yeah, punk rock time. I need my punk rock points. Oh,
You are gonna tell me what's going on right now.
Whoa.
Who are you? How did you get here? What is
I
happening?
didn't think she was gonna manhandle him like
Jeez,
that,
let
but
me
go
know.
for it, girl.
Look, I can see you don't know squat about this, so I'm gonna explain real quick, but then you gotta come with me, okay? When Cal died, you saw a shiny thing come out of her, right? That was her soul. That's what made her a god.
A what?
It's in you now, which makes you a god. Surprise, right? With me so far? Cool. Let's go.
Love when actors nail like those flat wait what type reads. So good. hmm Ah, Athena's office, I take it.
Where are we?
Sorry to drop you and run, but when an idol dies, there's like 100 different things I gotta do.
No, wait. Where did you bring me? How did we get here?
The chorus can explain. Don't touch anything. Okay?
Oh my gosh, the chorus, like a nice Greek chorus like their plays. This is such a good idea, story device wise. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I'll just wait here and, not touch anything.
I want to touch. I want to explore. I feel like sitting on the desk is touching it, Grace. I'll get your foot off there, man. You can't do that. No. Don't eat them cookies. I'd have been tempted way earlier to grab a cookie. Okay. Alright, who we got? Who we got? One of you's gotta be Athena, obviously. Who's sad boy? Who's sad lady?
Our beloved sister, the last of the muses.
has passed on
Oh, okay.
to you, our new sister, delivered to us by dear sweet Hermes. It's, Grace, yes?
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 My, you have had quite the day, haven't you?
This is nuts. Yeah, who are
Someone
you?
died in my arms. Where is this? How did I get here? Who are you people? So many questions. This is my office, and I expect you arrived through one of Hermes' portals.
Is that how he's
A
fast?
shiny doorway.
He just gets to
As
teleport,
familiar.
huh?
Well, that does require some explanation, I agree.
Yeah, tell me what cool
Allow
Greek
me
people
to
you
introduce
are.
myself. I am Athena, goddess of wisdom.
Knew it was here in office.
This is Apollo, god of prophecy, dressed for the occasion, as always.
Oh, duh, I should have caught the sun
The
necklace.
wondrous Aphrodite, goddess of love.
Why she look so
And
sad?
the one glaring at you is Persephone, once queen of the underworld.
Oh,
Together,
that's a
we are the
unique
chorus.
Persephone
We
design.
rule over the idols, our name for the gods who remain. All of us, hidden in your modern world.
Cool.
Gods aren't real. They can't be. They're just stories, myths, legends.
I mean,
If you're real, you'd be all powerful. You wouldn't be hiding or. Don't pay much attention to those old tales about us, Grace. They weren't very true to begin with, and, well, truth be told, we've diminished since those days.
yeah, I guess
Doesn't
so.
mean we're helpless, of course. Far from it. Yet, at the end of the day, we too are just people, trying to get by.
Mortal people, but people nonetheless, I guess. And you live here?
You live here, not in some city in Europe or on top of a mountain. Oh, I know. Once we roamed marble halls, and now fashionably appointed apartments. We have Wi-Fi. We move with the times, Grace. We have
It's fun.
to if we're going to remain hidden and survive.
I mean, who's trying to kill you all?
The mortals grow more and more clever with each passing century. Television. I do what I must.
Wouldn't television be making a bunch of people dumber? Yeah, so I'm supposed to believe this. How, though?
You expect me to believe that idols, have been living among us for what? Thousands
Among us?
of years? You're thousands of years old. Oh, no, I'm not trying to make you believe anything. Not at all. If you'd like to believe this office is right outside your front door, or that we are, I don't know, actors, religious fanatics, by all means. The only thing I do need you to grasp is that you are here. This is real, and like it or not, it is happening. Wait,
Well.
you said, and Hermes said, that I'm a god now too. And an idol. That is true.
The path to Oshihood
Thing
begins
that came over
now.
that went into me. We call it an eidolon, the part of Calliope's soul which made her an idol, which now makes you one.
Athena, we are wasting time.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she's
The
angry.
reason you're here, Grace, the reason why we made you wait so long while we debated, is because we have rules. Those rules mean we can't admit into our ranks a usurper. Never mind a possible murderer.
Uh-oh.
I know this will all come as a shock, and I'm so sorry to say it, but I'm afraid you have to die.
Well, that sucks. Nah.
Die? You don't have that right. What, you think I'm just gonna stand here and... Grace, please, stop. No, I'm not gonna stop.
yeah.
I think you are threatening me like
Yeah.
that.
Hey, just let us kill it. Just let us kill you a little, Grace. Come on,
Calliope's
relax.
blood is literally on your hands.
Cause she died in my hands.
It isn't...
Oh, she looks so helpless. Maybe we
We should do as we agreed. Calliope's line would end, yes, but what other option do we have? Let a usurper remain an idol?
Justice has to be done. for Calliope's sake.
Uh-oh. No, let me...
This isn't justice.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, time to use my new god powers, I guess, and that's make everyone break out in a song.
You cannot hide from this reality.
Oh, this rules. This game rules.
Hiding, though a little lost here.
If you are lost, little girl, this bears explanation. Dear child, please listen. You have usurped a muse.
This rocks. This is everything I wanted. Holy shit.
Course to be arranged, but it's unfair. I know, but our laws cannot be changed.
But she came to me.
You must realize there are simple rules. If one of us dies, these rules have been the tools that she.
You must know I didn't do it. Is it weird this isn't song?
Nah, it rules, Grace. Go along with it.
I'm afraid you'll have to see.
Uh-oh, what's gonna happen?
Chorus is in accord. Justice won't be ignored.
I disagree.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for finally stepping in, sad boy.
Did I hear that correctly?
You've been quiet this entire time, Apollo. Why speak up now?
I grieve Calliope's loss just as much as the rest of you, but I can't let you do this.
Oh, is that Troy
He's
Baker?
right. What if Grace speaks the truth? What if Calliope chose her? And what if Calliope was murdered by her? What if Grace stole her Eidolon?
Persephone's
We need
voice
to
sounds
find out.
really familiar, too. I can't place
You
it, though.
want justice?
Oh, that is so Troy Baker. Holy crap, what a cast
I
already.
thought we'd agreed this was justice. What would you have us do?
Just like a man. To go back on his word. Well, let me prove myself. How about that?
I can prove myself. If you let me. I can try.
Oh, this rules. Gotta prove myself innocent of murder in a musical with Greek mythology
We aren't
figures.
seriously considering this.
This is everything I wanted. This.
Very well. This one time. I put a motion before the chorus. Do we allow Grace the right to prove her innocence?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I think so. Yes. Fine.
Okay, I thought she was gonna be like, nah.
And there we have it.
I'm curious though. So, like, we're the remaining idols. So, you all and Hermes are the only Greek gods left? That feels like a random assortment. How do I prove my innocence? That would be a good start.
I'm gonna get some help with this, right? Some direction?
You say Calliope chose you. I would like to believe that. I truly would. You have 1 week to find out what happened, Grace.
What happens after a week?
There will be a trial. If you cannot provide proof of your innocence by then, well, our original verdict stands.
Uh-oh. Yeah, how do I find the
Can
killer?
someone explain to me just how I'm supposed to find the truth? I'm not a detective. I don't know anything about the idols.
Well, that's for you to figure out.
I knew you were gonna say that. How did I know you were gonna say that?
We're not going to keep you, Grace. You have much to do. Before you go, however, a few rules.
Man, did you all
Do
learn
not reveal our
from like
existence
Ace
to
Attorney
mortal
how to
world.
do
This includes mortal
justice?
authorities that cannot help you. Do not harm another idol. Do not leave the city. Do as the chorus commands. Otherwise, do whatever you must to find the true killer, if they exist.
Oh, that's all?
Welcome, dear sister.
And do help yourself to a cookie.
Yo, Grace rules. Oh, this rocks. This is great. I'm blown away already by this. This feels fantastic. Cool. So I'm gonna have to figure out the mystery. I'm gonna have to solve the murder too and prove my innocence. All right, let's learn more about our cast. Freddie, I only call her for Farishta when I'm visiting her house. Her mom always makes these deep fried honey snacks I love. Has been my best friend since probably forever. We used to make up rhymes while we skipped rope. It's been that long. We've come a long way from those days. Aw, that's great. It is so nice to have friends that you've had for that long. I'm 31 soon, and I've had multiple friends for many, many years. I got two friends that I've known for, oh gosh, over 20 years at this point, and it's just so nice having such long friendships. It's great. Edge of Elysium is her band. Ha, very on the nose with our more Greekness here, too. And inviting me in was her idea. I was keen on joining since I haven't seen Freddie much since I left school, but it's been kind of rough going. I can sing, sure, and when we get a gig it feels good being up there on stage, but is this really my thing? I don't know. You know what? That's fair. I think it's difficult probably when someone's talented at something but don't necessarily want to make a career out of it, or know, if that's fully what they want to pursue. I wish I could sing. Yeah, you can sing, Grace. Yeah, I shouldn't say, oh man, I wish I could sing. I would like to learn how to sing. Positive thinking and betterment of myself, 2024. That's the way we're rolling. I would like to look into singing lessons because I've realized how important music is to me in that sense. I love singing in the shower. I love singing in the car. I shouldn't just brush myself off and be like, oh man, I'm tone deaf, but it stinks. No, it's, the voice is an instrument. I haven't properly trained it as far as the singing side of it goes. My most experience is some elementary school chorus class, so yeah, that's something I want to look into. Woohoo! Support and trying new things, yay! I know Calliope was one of the muses. Is that the same as being a god? Yes, just lesser, I guess. More minor deity. But that's really about it. I don't know where she lived, what she got up to, or who her enemies were. I have so many questions. For one, what was she doing when she found me at the gymnasium? Was she just passing by, or did she plan that? How did she know where I lived? I keep thinking about what Calliope said to me before she died. She seemed so sad. Did she know this was going to happen? Most of all, why did she pick me? Interesting. Yeah, messenger dude Hermes, so good. Hermes is the idol who came to collect me at my apartment when Calliope died. I didn't know their name at the time, of course. Athena only mentioned who they were afterwards. I guess they're the god of doorways, maybe? I wonder if they can go anywhere with that power. Into bank vaults, on top of a mountain, across the world. Pretty wild to think about. Girl, pick up a Greek mythology book. Could Hermes have been involved in Calliope's death? They seemed surprised, if not really broken up about it. Not that Hermes strikes me as someone who does much deep thinking. They seem like a kid, although I guess looks can be deceiving. Why did they have to come when Calliope died? And they did it right away too. Kinda suspicious, if you ask me. Kinda sus, eh? No, I mean, I think just, as the messenger having to deliver news, they, in this game, probably just knew. Alright. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, and I can believe it. She has that sparkle when you look at her, like she's one of those old-timey movie stars, all glamour and presence. I bet if she walks into a room, everyone stops what they're doing to stare at her. Why she's part of the chorus, I have no idea. She seemed kind of quiet and really sad, like she's busy writing some teary ballad in her head and not really listening to what's going on around her. Yeah, I also picked up the really sad part. If Aphrodite is behind Calliope's death, then she hides it super well. Maybe you just naturally learn how to be a great actress after 1,000 years or so. How would I know? Interesting. So, the chorus, even though they're ones accusing me. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. So, even though the chorus is the one accusing me of being the killer amongst us, dun dun. Grace thinks they might be involved. Okay. Yeah, tell us about this swag dude. I don't know much about this Apollo. He's the only guy on the chorus, but he didn't say much of anything until he kind of defended me. I guess? At least he disagreed with the "you need to die" verdict. Yeah. Give him... The bar is low, gentlemen. I guess I owe him one, if I actually owed anyone, for giving me an extra week before they kill me. Not so sure about that. Yeah. The bar is super low. Athena introduced Apollo as the god of prophecy, but I'm not sure exactly what that means. I do, girl, because I've been on Tumblr for 10 plus years, and every so often someone says some crazy out-of-pocket thing like, what if this happened? No, just kidding, that's a joke. And then, no, Apollo has to hit you with the dodgeball of prophecy where that thing ends up becoming real in a horrible way. And it's like, hey, what if something like Elon Musk bought Twitter and charged people money to be verified and just completely ruined the point of the verification system? Whoops, guess what happened? That is what being hit with Apollo's prophecy means, Grace. I'm aware of it. Alas. Don't prophets wear long robes and speak in big booming voices? This one looks less like a god and more like a surfer who crashed on the beach. Oh, sorry. Got a message. Oh, sorry. Back to focus. Read, fool. Oh yeah, sorry, teacher. I was looking at my Discord messages in class. What is this excuse, Lupo? This one looks less like a god and more like a surfer who crashed on the beach after a party, and I still haven't found all of his clothes. Could he have killed Calliope? I can't take anything for granted when it comes to these people. I mean, if I'm correct, it sounded like he was voiced by Troy Baker. He can have a booming voice, girl. This is an interesting take, making Athena like this sweet grandma type character, kinda. Athena's supposed to be the goddess of... Oh, that makes sense, actually. Wisdom and grandmothers. Oh, that's a good interpretation, you know? I never would have thought of that because there's always, like, the war aspect. I think I've got all the Hades, like, characterization stuck in my head kind of right now as part of the problem. Athena's supposed to be the goddess of wisdom, but how does that work? Is it a power of hers? Does she just know things? She's supposed to be really powerful, but how exactly? Mostly, she just seemed like my mom. Or anyone's mom. Oh, she's giving mom vibes. She's giving mommy. Oh, I need to not go down this route. Uh-oh. Yeah, hey, Grace, your goddess of wisdom's kind of milfy. What? Maybe that's what she is to the idols. The mom who looks after them and keeps them going. She was all smiles and was even super sweet when she told me I had to die like it would be no big deal. That makes her a scary mom, like the kind that demands to speak to the manager when things don't go her way. Because things always go her way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's the cool mom. Or maybe she'll keep smiling while she smothers me with a pillow. Because she's thousands of years old and I'm basically nothing in comparison. And maybe she killed Calliope and that makes me an annoyance because that means her murder didn't quite take. But then, why give me the chance to prove myself? If she really wanted to be dead, couldn't she have just said, nope, no vote, let's nip this in the bud? Athena really seems like the type who'd do that, right? Idols are so confusing. Oh man, I'm loving your perspective, Grace. Man, this is such a cool Persephone design. It's so different from like what I would expect. I'd never be like, oh, is this one Persephone? I'd, like offhand maybe be like, oh, I don't know, like Athena, Artemis, like, one of the warrior type women. What did Athena say about Persephone? She's the queen of the underworld? I had to look it up, but that's basically the idol version of hell. Does that mean it's a real place? Like, you die and you go to the underworld? Or maybe that only happens to idols? Mind you, Athena didn't exactly say Persephone was the queen of the underworld, did she? She said once the queen of the underworld, so she isn't any longer. And she's also the only idol that Athena didn't say was the god of something or other. I'm willing to bet there's a whole story about that. Man, Grace, you just did not learn anything about Greek mythology at all, did you? That's crazy to me. Like, in my middle school days, back in the day, I sound so old saying it like that, in 6th grade, so starting middle school, we had an English class, which was English, as it is, but also we were young enough at 11 and 12 that we had a reading class, which was like English 2, basically. In hindsight, it's kind of weird. I basically had 2 different English classes, 2 different periods, but I liked the reading class. I had a really sweet teacher. She was super nice, and I got to do lots of reading time. And what I remember the most learning in that class was we had a whole unit on Greek mythology, and it was cool. And I think that's one of the areas where I really, from that young age, kind of leaned into just enjoying mythology so much and just being really fascinated in folklore, was the learning about it in a school setting. That was great. So basically, to me, I'm like, girl, how do you not learn anything? I had to take a college class too. When I went to college in my freshman year, they had at my school a mandatory class. Oh, fun times, woohoo! Where it was, hey, you're gonna have to do all sorts of research and stuff for your college papers. This is way different from your high school baby papers, so get ready for this. So pick a subject, and I wanted to take vampires in modern media. That would have been so cool, learning about like Twilight in college. Like, yeah, I'm spending my tuition money so I can talk about Edward Sparkling, and we can talk about. I could have written a college paper on the baseball scene. Are you kidding me? That would have been amazing. But no, unfortunately, that class unsurprisingly filled up very quickly. So instead, I took, I forget the exact name of it, but it was Death in Various Cultures Around the World. Because I was like, hey, this is kind of mythology based. It's folklore and mythology. It's these beliefs. Because like Egypt and Christianity and all these other things, right? Oh, it was so boring. It was less mythology, more historical, and done and taught in a very dry manner, unfortunately. It could be interesting, be like, hey, the Egyptians believed in these practices, and here's like the historical context of why these myths might have existed. Like, that I think could be interesting. This was more just like, hey, they did these practices. Like, it was so dry, and the research was so boring. and you know what? That was the most like in-depth research I think I had to do for any college course, was researching for those papers I had to write in that class. I don't think I even had to do as much research when I took a Asian history class later in my senior year. So yeah, wasn't a huge fan of that. Nope. But yeah, mythology, cool, woo. Anyway, Grace, how the hell have you not learned anything about mythology? Like, I get Persephone is like, maybe not one of the. Persephone's probably more like middle of the road knowledge. Like I don't think my parents who aren't super into mythology, like they know like the names like Zeus, Hades, Athena. Basically, hey, was it an important character in Hercules when that came out in the '90s? But I feel like Persephone's at least kind of more middle of the road. Like, yeah, the story of Hades and Persephone. So, girl, read a book. Whatever it is, it's pretty clear that this Persephone hates me. And not just because she thinks I'm a murderer, but because don't they all think that? It feels personal. The sharp eyes of her wanted to gut me and hang me on a clothesline, so I better watch my back. Yeah, I guess you better, Grace. Oh my gosh. Give me a moment. I'm blabbermouthing way more than I usually on stream, and I'm thirsty now. So let me just BRB. I gotta get myself some more water. 1 second, please. Okay. Now that I've rehydrated a little bit and finished reading that journal, let's get to solving the mystery. To the apartment. Let's go. Scene of the crime. Ooh, Freddy, what's up?
Grace? Grace!
Hi.
Hi! Hi!
Uh-oh.
Hi! You're kidding, right? When I came home, the door was wide open. You weren't answering your phone. Kaz and Brian are still out looking for... Grace... We thought something happened to you.
Kinda.
Did something happen to you?
Let's see here. So, fun fact. noticed the pride flag in the back, so maybe I wasn't too off about possible lesbianism, or I don't know, maybe just bisexuality. The LGBTQ community covers a large spectrum after all, but I think I've focused in on that because the island of Lesbos, which you know where we get the the term lesbian from, guess where that is? Greece. Okay, what do I do? I don't want to. Freddy's a good friend. I don't want to. And also, the gods were like, yo, don't tell anyone, idiot. So.
Yeah. Kidnapped by aliens.
But if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to.
Big, scary aliens.
You were gone all night. Why didn't you answer your phone?
When I picked Make Up a Story, I didn't.
I was calling and calling. This wasn't some hookup, was it? Because, you know, you can say it's none of your business, Freddy.
I was gonna say, I didn't think it was like make up a sarcastic story, but more be like, oh. Yeah, it wasn't a hookup, girl.
It's definitely not a hookup. I'm allowed to say that much, I think.
Allowed to say? Like you're a secret spy? Have you been a secret spy this whole time? Because if you have, that's pretty cool.
Hi there.
Who is this, Grace? Why does he have horns?
Okay, so Freddy can see him. I was wondering, I was like, is he invisible to Freddy? Maybe that's partly why he's able to just chill and walk in. Yeah, good question. Who the hell is he?
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine.
To answer your question, my dear, you see the horns because I allow you to see the horns. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man.
As for who I am, I've been known most often as Pan. So you call me that, if you must call me anything.
Pan, of the Greek gods, Pan, right? What are you, some kind of cosplayer?
Okay, so Freddy knows her stuff.
The days of idols being called gods are well behind us, I'm afraid, but I assure you, I am the real article.
Oh, he's even got goat
I
eyes.
come to offer our newest idol a helping hand. Or perhaps two. You do look lost, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, can we talk in front of Freddy?
So we can just talk about this. In front of Freddy.
Haven't you? Darling. And here I drop my glamour and everything.
I mean, yeah.
It's just, I was told we're not supposed to. Talk about it, that is.
Talk
right.
about what? Grace, tell me.
The prohibition is against revealing the idols to the mortal world. She's not the mortal world, is she? She can be trusted.
I feel like that's a
Why
really...
do I have the feeling that I'm going to regret not leaving with Brian and
That's
Cass?
a really loose
guarantee.
interpret...
Okay, Freddy. Have a seat.
That's a really loose
Let's talk.
interpretation of that rule, Pan.
That's it?
Huh? I guess.
Oh.
Do you believe in this, Grace?
Kinda.
Sure, but I had proof. I traveled through a magical door.
Which sounds extra cool.
I was a little distracted.
Well, I have a million questions, but I can ask them later. The important thing is that I am here to support my best friend.
Yo, Freddy rules. She's ride or die.
What did I ever do to deserve a friend like you?
Yeah.
You sat next to me at lunch period, dummy.
Oh, yeah, right.
My friendship comes with all sorts of benefits, up to and including the tracking down of supernatural killers.
Nice.
Such darling camaraderie. It brings a tear to my eye. It truly does.
Okay.
Speaking of killers,
You're...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You wound me, dear lady. I've come to offer advice to our newest idol, a foundling who is set adrift most cruelly.
Yeah, you're really sus, man. Like... What's got you wondering, Freddy?
Don't you think you're being a little suspicious, Freddy?
No.
I don't know. Maybe things work differently among these... What are you again?
Idols, darling. Beings of worship, adoration, prowess.
Okay, right. Maybe it's different for idols, but when things are a little too convenient, it's worth questioning.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially when they show up like a salesman in a cheap suit.
Yeah.
I'll have you know there's nothing cheap about this suit.
I would trust Freddy for sure.
Seems rather convenient, you showing up with advice. How did you even know I existed?
A little bird told me, if you must know. Very useful, those little birds.
He's not gonna tell you, Grace.
There's not much to tell. Among the idols, news travels swiftly. We are a tiny village of godly busybodies. I heard of your arrival, and I know how obtuse the chorus can be. So here I am. You're welcome.
You're acting pretty obtuse yourself, dude.
So you're here purely for my sake then? Like a charity case?
My dear sweet girl, as far as you're concerned, I am the god of charity cases.
But you're not, are you? Pan was the god of lust and mischief. Doesn't sound too charitable to me.
Ah, yes. The old tales of the gods. Such antics, such fantasy. Pay them no mind.
I think I should probably pay them some mind. That feels like important. So cool. So Freddy gets to learn very quickly because she's up to date with her mythology knowledge, unlike Grace. Sorry, just gotta reply to an important text. Okay, yeah, how do I know he's not the killer?
You know, you could be the killer, for all I know.
This game of Greek Among Us.
Lead you, perhaps. How fiendishly clever of me. Well called, darling.
And maybe even true.
Poor Pan! To be eternally maligned and mistrusted. Alas, and alas, and alas.
Dude, you're getting launched out the
I
airlock.
doubt there's a line of idols waiting to offer you advice, Grace. But whether you accept mine or not is for you to decide.
What isn't
I
it for
still
you?
don't trust you. Nobody does anything
Yeah,
for
what's
free.
the deal?
Now. Who said I was doing anything for free?
Here we go.
I have not, however, asked for anything. As of yet.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, I'll bite.
What's the
What's
advice,
your
man?
advice? I have to admit, I don't really know where to start.
Well, I'm not normally one to run amok telling others how to live their lives. But have you considered using your powers?
My powers.
Music, art, passion. You are the last muse, and all these are now your province.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. That's useful. Yeah.
That does sound kind of cool. Like I'm some sort of rock star idol.
That is it precisely. You draw
Or-
music out of others, Grace. Not only with inspiration, but physically.
Oh, that rules.
Magically.
Okay, but how does that help me find
Well,
Calliope's
that explains why
nerve?
it's a musical.
Allow me to expedite the process of understanding. Now then, close your eyes. You hear that? It's coming from you. When you sing, what emotion does it summon?
I don't know.
Then sing,
You
girl.
open your eyes, you look into the crowd, and you feel.
Powerful.
Grace, you know that you're lost now. You've been given powers you don't understand.
This rules. I wish my power was to make everything a musical.
All that you hear is at your command.
Okay, you're really
Wait,
sus
no, it's
still.
okay, Freddy. This is all me? What do I do?
Start singing.
Now?
Why not? Time's a wasting.
Let's just roll with it.
How the hell did you find me? night I've ever had. And you say I have powers? How could this possibly turn out bad? Am I doing it now? I don't follow. Are those really actual horns? And this singing is so hard to swallow. Can you hear me, Grace? What's going on? So sorry you had to be here for this. I'm in the dark too as you're hearing
This
Like I
rules.
know that I'm in full control, cause the words and the tunes I feel here in my soul. If this is a power, I'm not overthinking it. If this was a drink, I'd be drinking it. But someone is dead and I'm losing my head. Like the goat said, this is my time, time to shine. This is my time, time to shine. Grace, nothing makes sense here.
Yeah.
And won't the carpet be covered in fleece? And you said someone died here. Shouldn't we then just call the police?
I got it, Freddy. I'm singing.
Can we all loosen up now? Remember, this madness is happening to me. This music makes sense to me somehow. But pulling me round is not what I need.
Is that gonna be here all the time?
How dare you? You don't know me.
If she has to be, pass me some wine.
Grace, is this how you let strangers speak to me?
Yeah, no. I will defend you, Freddy.
Me, always been my friend. You're a bipedal something. What are you again?
I'm the guy who can help you along.
I'm the girl who can help sing her song, cause it's my time. Time to shine.
Oh, this rules. This is peak video gaming.
Time to shine.
Well, go on then. Shine.
I can do whatever I want.
Well, you can't stop time, so.
Grace, I'm frightened. It's okay. I think I got this.
Yeah, everyone sing together. That's what I love.
I never knew I had that in me.
Who's making this happen? This isn't a game.
You don't understand.
This has all gotten out of hand.
Nothing for Grace will never be the same.
Yo, both of you got chill.
That's it. Shut up. This is a wreck. If I had four hands, I'd grab you both by the neck. This is my life and it's happening to me. If we can't work this out, it's just gonna be my time. Time to shine.
Time for you to decide.
My time. Time to shine. He's taking us both for a ride. My time. I could go it alone. Time to shine.
Yeah, I know I'm playing the kick-ass Grace, but I'm not ditching Freddy.
Sorry to
Get
break it
out
to
of
you,
here with
Cam,
that shit.
But I'm not abandoning my best friend.
Yeah,
That's your choice. Humdrum mortality.
yeah.
How about trusting in those who love her instead of those who want to use her?
Oh my, such drama. No matter how you employ it, Grace, this is the power of a muse. Drawing out that which lies within.
Cool.
I trust you can see how that might be useful in your investigation.
Yeah, I made people sing the truth.
You mean no one has a choice but to sing along?
We all have a song in our hearts, Grace. You can make us sing, but the song will always be ours. A muse does
Interesting.
not command. She evokes, she elicits, she inspires.
Okay.
Look, Creepo, Grace already told you to take a hike.
So she did. Allow me to get to the point then. For all your powers, you still need a place to begin your search. And this I can provide.
What's in it for
An
you?
address. In the city. Where Calliope was staying, I do believe.
Her
Thanks.
address? Thank you, that's perfect. Thank you.
Now this I consider a favor. When I
There it
remember
is. There's the rub.
future dealings.
There you go. man.
That's perfect. We can look for clues there. What this Calliope was doing, who her enemies were.
I should remind you there is an element of danger. A killer is on the loose, no?
I'm not worried.
No worries, I got this.
Oh?
Whatever my magical song powers can't handle, I'm sure a boot to the head will.
I see.
That's the spirit.
I need to find Kaz and Brian. Just tell them you're okay. If, not the other stuff.
And
Yeah.
I guess I'll go check this place out on my own.
So glad that's settled. I'll let you get to it. I've drinking to resume. Ta-ta.
Yeah, okay, bye, dude. Thanks for teaching me how to use musical powers, though. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Nope. Journal. Want to look at the journal. Freddie was at the apartment when Payne arrived, so I had to tell her everything. Part of me feels bad for getting her involved, but I have to admit none of this felt quite real until I did. Aren't besties the best? If anyone can figure this out, she can. Greek mythology has been her thing since 7th grade, and I'm glad she was there to back me up during the song with Pan. When we put our heads together, we can handle anything. Okay, yeah, I'm also glad you have a friend to actually help you. I'm back the morning after going through the ringer, having just discovered I'm some kind of ancient muse, and guess who shows up at my apartment, uninvited, poking around the kitchen like he's considering an investment. This idol's name is Pan, and I don't know what his deal is. He's a bit too smooth, seems to know a bit too much that he isn't saying, and just happened to know where to point me, which he offered for a price, of course. This one's shady, folks. Yeah, no kidding. I can just guess what kind of favor he's going to want. Yeah, no kidding. This Pan being all Alistair coded. Alright. To the hideaway. What can we find here?
Oh, it's open. That's not a good sign. This is Calliope's apartment? I don't know what I was expecting, but not this.
I mean, lots of art.
Hello? Oh, sure, Grace, good job. Just announce to the killer that you're here.
Yo, Grace rules.
I better have a look around.
Grace rocks. I can look at various things. Chat. I know my head is blocking the other stuff, but there's drums. Oh, wait. Drums. Elvis picture. Harp. Instrument. Let's start with the guitar. Oh. Brings out a little side thing for what I want to look at. Oh. Oh, I see. I was like, what am I doing? It's because when I go... Instrument. That's a piano. Yeah, we'll start with the guitar.
Damn, look at that. That's beautiful. How do you even get one of these?
Well, I guess when you're a muse of the arts, that's pretty easy.
After Calliope left the audition, where did she go? Did she follow me? Did she come here? Did she paint that? Looks like it belongs in a museum.
Very nice painting, I guess. She didn't paint this Warhol one, I don't think.
Andy Warhol, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder how many celebrities she knew.
Yeah, that does make sense for sure. Oh, yeah.
Right. These aren't... Do I inherit these as the new muse? Is that even okay to ask?
Thank you very much. I'm Elvis. That was
I want to believe this is just an ironic photo of Elvis and she wasn't like his muse.
that was a horrible Elvis impersonation. What was I doing? Whoa, brilliant. That
Giant harp. Of course there's a giant harp.
was more of a like Johnny Bravo. What is wrong with me?
So many instruments in here. Did she play all of them?
I guess she could.
I don't see anything useful down here. Maybe there's something upstairs?
Cool apartment, though. I'll give you that. I will give you that.
Oh man. Keep it together, Grace. It's just your average, everyday.
There were only 3 muses, you know, not 9.
Oh?
Whenever they found someone who made something truly masterful or created a new art form, they'd pass on their idol on. Take a new name. You see, that's how the mortals became confused. They got it wrong. Like they got almost everything about us wrong.
Yeah, okay, bud. What other things did they get wrong? Did they get wrong all the horrible, like, turning people into spiders and snakes stuff?
You scared me. Sitting there in the
Yeah,
dark.
white man jump scare.
Oh,
For all I know, you could be the killer come to hide the evidence or raid the fridge.
no, I'm just here to mourn an old and very dear friend. If I may ask, how did you find this place? And what are you doing here?
Might as well be up front. Pan told me.
Pam told me about it. I was hoping I could find something, some clue about what happened.
You've already met Pan? How odd.
Well, at least he
Odd
lifted
why?
a finger to help me. For his own gain, maybe, but it's better than nothing.
Uh-huh.
I honestly wish I could help you, Grace. You and Calliope
Oh, one moment.
deserve.
Do-do-do. Gotta take care of something. Sorry, I'm back. Just had to fix something real quick. Okay, yeah, sad boy. What's up? Yeah, why can't you help me?
Why can't you help me exactly? Pan said there's no specific rule against it.
It's not that I'm forbidden to help you, Grace. It's that you don't want my help.
Of course I do! You have to know more than me about almost everything!
Yeah.
My help will only make things worse.
How?
How is that possible? I've been sentenced to death.
And without my help, you stand a chance of avoiding that fate.
Yeah, why did you speak up for
I
me
should
then,
thank you for,
buddy boy?
you know, speaking up for me.
It wasn't right, what they were doing.
It still isn't. I still need help.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that, Grace. I just don't think that I'm the one to help you.
Why? Why is the room such a
This
mess?
room is a
You
mess.
live like this?
Did you do this?
With this? It was like this when I got here.
And you didn't think that was in the least bit strange?
I didn't think much of it. I came here to be reminded of Calliope, not to search through her things. That end, it's cleaner than my place.
Dude. R/men's living spaces.
Can you tell me about Calliope? I barely knew her, but she seemed...
She was a beautiful soul, if troubled.
Troubled?
She thought the idols had lost their way. She argued with us, with all of us, that we needed to change.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't spoken in years. I hadn't seen her home before today. I'd rather not talk about it.
So you didn't mess up the room, but someone must have. There could be a clue.
No, nothing that I've seen. All this mess, as you put it, is likely the result of her projects.
Her projects?
When Calliope got an idea in her head, she would obsess over it, sometimes for months, even years. I don't know what she was involved with lately, but this... for her, this is nothing.
The life of a creative. Yeah, no, you're not the killer. Just because you're giving depression doesn't mean, you know.
So you won't answer my questions. You're sitting here in the dark. You say you're mourning Calliope.
What are you insinuating?
I don't know you. For all I know, you could be the killer. You came to get rid of evidence, maybe, or you knew I was coming and you're here to throw me off.
That's ridiculous.
Time to start singing.
Is it? The only thing you've said is that I don't want your help, but that's ridiculous?
I can't do this.
Can you explain why? I'll be a little nice to you, but come on, man. Oh, no. I'm a kick-ass Grace, so I cannot do those options. Oh, I see. That's so you can go back and play the game again later with a different Grace trait, and you get to see, like, you can be like, oh, it would have played out differently here.
I don't have anywhere else to go.
Meaning?
Meaning I'm not leaving until you give me something. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't literally life or death. But I need to know what the problem is.
Yeah, start singing, girl.
No, I haven't sung in centuries.
According to Pan, I can't force anyone to do anything.
Get ready to sing, boy.
Phantom pains from a missing friend, feeding thoughts that never end. What did I do? What didn't I do? Here she is, only in your head. Long gone fights, but they're never dead. What did I do?
Yeah, okay, they were close.
What didn't I do?
Calliope, what was she to you?
Years, thousands of years, we walked side by side. She tried, said there's other paths. Don't walk the same, never the same. I have roads I like, smooth, paved in stone. She got tired of our divide. We weren't the same, never the same.
She sounds awesome because she didn't just do whatever.
Calliope, to see beyond what's dead, reaching ahead.
Yeah, that was her. A meteor, a blazing star, and she was no more. What did I do? What didn't I do?
Be more like her dummy.
Years, thousands of years, and now you're left behind. Your mind still hears her say, break from the same, never the same. Listen to her, break from the same, never the same.
But I've tried.
Oh, try harder, man.
With me, we haven't tried.
And let's see.
I knew, I always knew. I can tell she's in there too.
Yeah, this man needs tough love.
It's true. I'm listening now.
And what she's saying,
Break from the same.
never the same.
That other voice, it'll always play. On loop, it'll always say, what did I do? What didn't I do? It's a song you can't erase, but you can make a tiny space for what you will do. Something new.
Very well, I'll help. Though I'm uncertain what you expect me to do.
Dude, tell me
Athena called
shit.
you the god of prophecy, didn't she? Isn't that telling the future?
Prophecy is the last thing you need, Grace.
Yeah, enough.
There you go again, telling me what I do or do not need.
I apologize. I didn't mean it that way. To receive a prophecy is not simply to be told what might happen, it's to be told what will happen.
Mm-hmm.
To know a prophecy is to be bound to its outcome. Only in ignorance is one free to choose.
Fair enough.
You're right, that sounds like it wouldn't be much of a help. Even to you.
Oh, I've dared prophesy too many times. To know what comes and then be unable to do anything about it.
Yeah, that would be great.
I get it.
Worse, prophecies are never crystal clear. Sometimes you won't understand the full meaning until it's too late.
Yeah, you want to end up like Oedipus? This is how you end up like Oedipus. It's not good. Can you help on another way?
Okay, is there anything you can do that isn't prophecy related?
Not directly, but yes, possibly. Come with me. There's someone I'd like you to
I
meet.
was gonna say, bro, aren't you also related to the sun? Damn, you live like this?
This is where you live?
Oh, yes, sometimes. And excuse the mess. I don't get many visitors.
Banner really is straight up just the, damn, you live like this? Yeah, it's fine.
Don't worry about it. I have 3 brothers. I've seen a mess or two.
Well, you're being kind. I admit I hadn't realized how bad it was.
Bruh.
You said I'm here to meet someone?
R /
Yes.
men's living spaces for real.
Do you know what an oracle is?
Oh, so if you're clever, you get to just be like, oh, you mean the Oracle of Delphi, like, and just spit out all that stuff. Like a fortune teller?
Someone who tells the future?
Not quite. They serve as a channel of sorts for my powers.
Okay.
This allows them to offer insight, knowledge they have no earthly means to possess. There's always been one. Over the ages, no matter where I go, one manages to find me.
Meaning there's an oracle here.
There is.
Are they a computer geek like Futaba, Oracle Sakura in Persona 5?
I have brought someone to see you.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a magic fortune cookie. Is that what Paul told you? Oracle's my handle. And even if I was the Oracle, I'm certainly not his Oracle.
I was about to be like, this man goes through by Paul, and then I was like, Apollo. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know. He said you might...
Oh, I know what he said. Paul thinks just because I crash here, he can interrupt me whenever he pleases.
I mean...
Look, I'm sure he told you all sorts
That
of
does seem kind of fair,
nonsense.
right?
I use computers. I'm a hacker. That's it.
I ask very little of you, Oracle. Your help here would be appreciated.
Fine. Look at your abs in a twist. Okay, so Paul brought you all this way just to see little old me. What's on your mind, sis?
You live here?
You live here?
I crash here, yeah. Better here than home.
She showed up one day, as the oracles do. Naturally, she is welcome to stay as long as she likes.
And see the way he talks. I thought maybe he was a creepiverse, but nah. Paul's aight.
The highest of praise.
He'd be more alright if he did some laundry.
Yeah, you
You keep saying Paul. Do you mean Apollo?
Yeah, I know. Apollo, if that is his real name, says he's a god of prophecy, blah, 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 blah.
But you don't believe him.
Believe him? Who'd believe that? It's super weird, but he's a decent guy, so he can be Apollo if he wants, but I just can't call him that.
Fair enough.
Tell me, is Apollo always so...
Depressed?
Incredibly emo? Like a sack stuffed with sad?
I am standing right here.
Don't get me wrong. It grows on you after a while.
Does it?
Grace, surely this is not what you came for.
Oh, I don't know. It's cute watching you get all flustered.
Well, it's hardly productive.
Playing the field.
See, there you go again.
Ugh. Get a room. A different room.
Stop flirting with the emo Chris Hemsworth.
So you're an oracle who uses the internet, huh?
Like I said, it's my handle, and yeah. It's a sweet setup, huh? Some of it's even legit.
The parts I purchased for her, presumably.
Bargain for, fair and square. And I keep telling you to get me an Ethernet cable.
I don't know what that is.
It's the 21st century, Paul. And your 21st century Oracle needs her some download speed, okay?
And I need
I'm
information.
looking for information about someone named Calliope. Can you help?
Oh, the lady from that apartment I sent Paul to. Yeah, I've been checking that out.
What did I tell you?
I looked it up. You could do the same if you learned to use the computer. Here, hold up, I'll show you.
Like, is she? I mean, I guess she is an actual oracle, but it's funny. She's like,
There.
yeah, my
The
prophecies.
apartment was originally purchased
just a person on
2
the
years
internet.
ago by a holding company, Core with a K Enterprises.
Oh. Oh, I see. That would be Persephone.
Okay. Is that a surprise?
You weren't expecting that?
I wasn't aware Persephone and Calliope were friendly. Certainly not friendly enough for Persephone to give Calliope an apartment. The good news is that Persephone is easy to find. I can take you to her if you like.
Whatever happened to, I can't help you, Grace. I'll just make it worse, Grace.
Nice mockery.
I admit, you've got me curious.
Great! We're all done now.
Thank you for your help, Oracle. Please, do try to get out from behind your screens at least once today. Perhaps go for a walk.
Yeah, sure, will do. Leave a tip on your way out.
Dun dun dun. Going to some underworld club. Any news on Calliope? Okay, so she was staying at an apartment, one that belongs to Persephone of all people, and it's actually not too far from mine. Could that be where Calliope was attacked? Am I crazy for agreeing to go check it out by myself? Yeah, maybe a little bit. She's one of the 3 idols called the Muses, the last one still living, according to Apollo. Once they were his constant companions, but in the last few years they grew apart. Calliope was angry at how the idols had lost their way and apparently argued with everyone a lot. Which doesn't sound like the Calliope I met at all. If it's true, it means she wasn't the most popular idol, and there may be more suspects than I imagined. Interesting. Visited the apartment. It was gorgeous, filled with every musical instrument you can imagine, and memorabilia dating back, I don't know, 100 years or more. I don't know. I didn't see the xylophone in there. Did you? She had everything she could ever possibly want or need at her fingertips. Is this what it meant to be the muse? I mean, I guess anything related to, instruments, probably. Went to Calliope's apartment, and who should I find there? Apollo, sitting in the dark in a room that had obviously been turned inside out by somebody searching for something. He says he didn't do it, and that he was there mourning Calliope. They were close for a long time, it seems, but a rift began between them a couple of years ago that never quite healed. Was it the kind of rift that might lead to her murder? For one, he keeps saying that helping me will do more harm than good. What does that even mean? According to him, his prophecies lock you into your fate as soon as you hear them. Which could be good or bad, I guess. Apparently they're not always 100% clear, so maybe he's right. Maybe it's better not to know. Thankfully, Apollo did have another way to help me, namely through a teenage computer whiz who lives in his dump of a home, the Oracle, or just Oracle, as she insists that's just her handle. She found out that Calliope's apartment was owned by Persephone, so we're off to the nightclub to ask her why. Feel like you can't get away with I'm just Oracle. It's like, how many people are gonna make that their internet handle? I'm sure a lot. Again, hello, Persona 5, Futaba. Well, I mean, that wasn't her handle, but you get what I'm saying.
Welcome to the underworld.
Wow. How have I never heard of this place?
Persephone keeps it a secret, while still managing to draw a crowd every night. Don't ask me how.
Okay, I see Pan. I wonder who that is.
Idols can be themselves.
There's Hermes.
Even if they don't look human.
Persephone runs a nightclub called the Underworld. It's a little on the nose, isn't it?
Maybe, but I wouldn't say that to her.
Still, it seems like a weird thing for a god to do.
We all get through the years somehow, Grace. If we're to find Persephone in all this, we'll need to split up. Have you considered what you'll say to her?
Yeah.
All I know is if she's spoiling for a fight, she'll get one.
It might come to that, I suppose.
You're not gonna try to stop me?
Sometimes strength is the only thing Persephone respects. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
Yeah, okay, thank you, sad boy. Away you go. Oh, I was wondering. I was like, who's the one guy I haven't met yet? Who's here? Oh ho ho! Labyrinth of Sound. Thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Hello, raiders. Welcome, welcome. I am Lupo, and I am a VTuber who does a variety of streaming. So, yeah. Thank you for the raid. This rules. Oh, man. Oh, this is awesome. Hey, thank you for joining us. Yes. Okay, cool. I'm so glad I mentioned Greek mythology in the in the description. Yeah. So I just started this tonight. Game is called Stray Gods. It is a role-playing musical mystery with Greek mythology elements. I am playing as Grace, who has now become a muse in the modern day after someone killed the previous muse, and Grace has got to talk to all these gods to prove she is not the killer. Yeah. So, yeah, so many of your favorite things, mine too. I read the description of the game, looking through things, and it was like, oh, hell yes, I have to try this. This is good. And so far, not disappointing at all. Music's been great, art's been great, loving the mystery so far. So we are at, right now, the Underworld, which is a underground club run by Persephone. A little on the nose, but it is what it is. So let's go talk to a very sus goat man real quick. See what he has to say.
As I live and breathe, if it isn't our dear muse.
Hi, Pam.
Tell me,
he's shady as hell,
though. Have you decided to leave your troubles behind and join us in the land of shadows and revelry?
Yeah, what are you doing here,
I'm guessing
dude?
it's a total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Well, did you?
Do I look like an oracle? I am here to listen to thrilling music and meet delicious people. My taste is simple.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of simple tastes, my
yeah,
glass is empty again.
What can you
The
say?
service here is appalling.
It's Greek mythology. Everyone's always going to be hot. It's always like, yep. You play Hades. Oh, here's all the hot people. You jump into the old Greek mythology. It's like, oh, here's a bunch more hot people. Do I have a favorite yet? I mean, Grace, I'm liking a lot because she's just like me for real. She's pretty funny. It's all good. Oh, gosh, I'm trying to think of the Greek people I've met so far. I don't know if I have a favorite yet, though. Pan's pretty interesting so far. He's shady as hell, but he got a buttery smooth voice, so who am I to argue with that? You come to the club often, dude.
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that, dear Grace?
The horns, you... Do you know Persephone well?
Oh, he's...
There is no
listen to this, man.
Well. She won't have it. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
Yeah, he got that voice. Yeah. Still don't know how I can trust you, though.
The things you say, the things you don't say. You don't make yourself seem trustworthy. You know that?
Trust is for the weak and the penniless.
Well, okay.
Still not helping.
Why, Grace, are you assuming that I, Pan, am some sort of scoundrel?
I mean, kinda. Or a murderer, maybe. Ooh. You can flirt with the goat man, too, huh? Oh. I mean, he's smooth, but earlier scenes could also, I assume it is some flirting, so do not take my word as gospel. So earlier on in the game, when you're first starting, it's like, hey, pick a trait for your character, and it's like kick-ass, charming, and clever were the three options: red, green, and blue. And it seems as you progress in the game, there's certain options where you are able to pick that if that's what you pick. So there's, like, I went with kick-ass, so there's some more aggressive ones. But I have noticed, so when you have those options, there's like a red symbol over it. But I've noticed for a couple, there are these pink heart ones, which definitely seem like they might be allowing one to decide, who is it that I'm interested in most? Because what I got was Grace's best friend, Freddie, who's a woman, and I had a heart option for her earlier, and also Grace has a giant pride flag in her background, so obviously bi at the least, I think. Yeah, I also love woman. Thank you women for International Women's Day yesterday. So I think there's that. Apollo, I had one of these heart options for, and I'm seeing it now for Pan. So I'm presuming that oh yeah, Freddy, huh? No, this is cool. This is a cool gal, Freddy, who is not some horrible bear in a suit or animatronic. But yeah, I'm assuming that there's some sort of romance type option as the story progresses, perhaps, depending on this. So, Pan, cool, but Freddy has been a ride or die in the couple scenes she's been in, so...
Either that or a murderer.
Sticking to making him think sus.
Well, I didn't realize you saw me as dangerous.
You think it's funny?
I think everything's funny, Grace. It's part of my charm.
Yeah, thanks for the
I should thank you for the address. It's what led me here.
No need to thank me. You'll owe me. Remember?
Yeah.
How you managed to stir the sun god from his oh so tiresome gloom, I cannot imagine. Nicely done.
Yeah, so earlier Pan showed up, was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll help you, but you're gonna owe me a favor later. And it's like, yeah, of course, there's the rub. Yeah, Apollo's been helpful so far. Once he stopped at being an emo, you'll maybe see when I talk to him again later.
Worse, but he's been helpful.
That is his way, to be helpful. Until you turn into a tree.
I don't know what that means.
Let us hope you never do.
Yeah, he's helpful until he turns you into a tree. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh my god. Yeah, emo Apollo who looks like... He looks like a cross of like Chris Hemsworth and Jason Momoa in this. It's pretty crazy. I'll give this game a lot of credit so far too. They've got some great designs for the Greek characters, and also like they're different than what you might expect from a typical one. Like, since we're in Persephone's club, we'll see her. Very, very unique Persephone design that I would never have guessed on my own. Like, that's Persephone. Yeah, the art's banger. I'm loving this so
You must know
far.
why I'm here, right?
This is such a great surprise. Like, oh, yeah, I'll try this one out.
Proprietress.
Can you help me find her?
Earlier I wasn't good enough, but now, I see how it is.
Yeah, man, I picked my bestie over you. Just tell me where she is.
I'd love to tell Persephone that the source of her rage has intruded on her domain.
Okay, yeah, so this is what I was explaining. So I did not pick Charming, so I cannot pick this option. But obviously, good replayability to go back then. Yeah, are you scared of her, man?
Don't tell me the big bad Pan is afraid.
Seeing as I am neither big nor truly bad, it behooves me to be wary of those who are both.
That's awfully sensible for you.
You barely know me, my little dumpling. But if I am anything, I am a survivor.
Suit yourself. I'll find another way.
It's for the best. My best, at any rate.
Yeah, okay, man. This Mass Effect ass option, I should go.
I should get going. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
One can only hope.
Okay. Now, I am going to talk to Apollo later just because he was like, yo, come to me if you need help. So, let's hit up Eros. I have not met Eros yet. Holy shit. I have not met him in the game yet. So first, oh my gosh. Just big barrel chest on display.
Oh, hey. You're the new muse, aren't you?
Daddy? Sorry.
I guess
Daddy?
I am, yeah.
Sorry.
Aphrodite
Daddy?
mentioned it. Didn't figure I'd see you here, though. Oh, excuse the manners. Name's Eros, god of sex.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I could have guessed, man.
Wait, did you say that you're the god of sex?
Desire, really. Sensuality. Attraction. Why? Were you expecting a chubby little flying baby with a bow and arrow?
I wasn't.
I actually preferred Cupid, but Pan had to be the trickster. Spread all those stupid stories.
Holy shit. Didn't have
sorry.
man in
Why?
leather belts on his chest.
Just another grudge
Expecting
you
this.
get to carry around forever.
Yeah, so I know the relationship. Grace knows nothing about Greek mythology, so
You know Aphrodite, right? I only met
she's
her
gotta
once.
ask.
Sure, she's my mother. You know how it is.
How would I know? New here, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking. But you hear a lot of idols talk about each other like that. You know, mother, brother, sister, grandfather. None of us are actually related. We just played a family for so many centuries. It may as well be true.
Is this like you guys being like, let's avoid any of the, incest vibes? So she's not actually giving mother.
So Aphrodite is your mother, but not really.
That's right. A long time ago, she took care of me when I needed taken care of. The mortals, they just assume.
The young Greek
days,
mortals were just
well,
like, oh, she's giving
not
mother?
like that anymore.
She's giving mommy?
Not as invulnerable as we used to be. Least of all, Aphrodite.
You know, she did look really sad, like the one time I met her. What you doing in the...
God of sex at a club.
What you doing in the club,
Looking for
man?
someone?
Once I might have, sure. Now I'm just here to see it happen.
See what happened?
Look out there. See all these people. The hope, the anticipation, the connections, they bounce off each other. To me, it's like lightning.
Okay, people watcher.
And you enjoy that?
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to inspire true love. But now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing. It's just as well. People should find true love the hard way. They'll value it more.
Well, Eros the Rizzler, is everything okay?
You seem a little distracted. Is everything okay?
Of course it is. Sure. Not obvious.
Is
huh?
it, man? You just got a bare
is,
chest looking all sad in the middle of the club.
It was hard to get away. I just want... Nope. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah, come on, man, talk to me.
I'm willing to listen if you need to talk.
I appreciate that. Maybe some other time.
Okay, fair enough.
Here's the thing. I'm looking for Persephone, but I can't find her anywhere.
Well, I know where she is, but I question whether she'd be happy to see you.
I mean, I don't think so, but oh well.
I like you, but Mother told me what happened at the chorus. I don't want to cause trouble with Persephone.
You're nice, man.
I don't know Persephone well,
I don't
but
blame him.
considering what I do know, I don't blame you.
I know it's lousy, and I'm sorry. I hope I can make it up to you someday.
I'll see you around.
Again, just back to that Mass Effect. I should go. Alright, let's talk to Hermes. Who is, I believe, non-binary this time around, because in the journal they were using they,
I mean, you gotta be somewhere, but
they
you're
them
here.
pronouns.
Hello, Hermes.
Sorry about running off on you back at the thing. Didn't really have a choice, but sorry anyway.
Yeah, what's the deal?
You're not much like the other idols, are you?
No? I haven't been an idol very long. Maybe like a year? I've lost track. So, I'm not the one to ask about the idol stuff. It's all cool, but mostly I do whatever Athena asks. Athena says, one day I'll sit on the chorus. That'll be sick. Can you imagine me in charge?
So, interesting. So, yeah, the lore with the lore with the whole idols is what the gods call themselves in the modern day, and it's whoops, you put a little bit of a soul from a god in a person, and now they're a god, which is what happened with our main character Grace. Last muse put her little soul glowy bit and she died, and that's how we're the last muse now. So I guess Hermes here is a recent addition too. Yeah, isn't Athena in charge?
Wouldn't Athena still be in charge?
Yeah, you're probably right.
That doesn't bother you?
Why would it? Athena's the nicest of the bunch. She makes the best cookies.
Thank you so much, Labyrinth of Sound, for the raid and dropping by. I hope you have a great rest of your night, too. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so great. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alright, let's find out. How did Hermes become an idol?
You've only been an idol for a year? How did that happen?
Probably same way it did with you.
Oh, the old Hermes died in your arms and then they accused you of his murder?
No. Well, yes. I mean, no, not like that. But yeah. I was there when he died. We were friends and I was having trouble at home and he helped me out. I miss him.
How'd he die, man?
Can I ask how he died?
He didn't want to be here anymore.
Oh.
You mean...
I'd rather not talk about it. I'm him now.
Yikes! I forgot
all good.
that was in the the content warning for the start of this game. Okay, I won't
When
pry about
Calliope
that.
died, you were right there, within moments.
That's rough.
How did you know?
I told you. I got word, so I came.
But how did you get word?
Look, when an idol dies, I have to be there. So I just know. It's a Hermes thing.
I kind of figured.
To take the body, clean up the blood, that sort of thing?
Oh, that too, yeah. But that's on Athena's orders.
To keep the idol's secret?
Sure. Can you imagine the questions? I don't know how we hide so well as it is.
I mean, because people don't think Greek gods exist. But sure, whatever.
This is probably a stupid question, but... do you know who might have killed Calliope?
Ugh, why would I know anything about that?
Because
when you came to...
you knew stuff.
to the apartment, it seemed like you knew her.
Oh no, I only met her once. She didn't live with the rest of the idols or hang out with us very much. She seemed nice though. Angry, maybe. But I don't know who'd want to hurt her.
Okay. What's she angry about?
How was she angry?
Yeah, or how?
Pissed
That too.
off. But more because she cared about everyone too much not to be. I don't know, that's what I thought anyhow. I'm probably wrong.
Okay, do you know where Persephone is?
Do you know if Persephone is here? I need to talk to her.
Oh, you're serious. Why would you want to talk to Persephone? Nobody ever wants that.
The
One time,
vibes.
I laughed too loud near her, and she threatened to ban me from the club. I don't want to be banned. I like it here.
No fun allowed in the club. Oh yeah, here, we get to see one of my angry options. Pull yourself together,
Pull
dude.
yourself together! Are you gonna let Persephone boss you around forever? Maybe? No, you do that, she'll be walking all over you for centuries. You're a god.
Yeah, I'm a god.
You never know, she might be impressed, right?
Heck yeah. Yeah, let me know when you want to find her. I'll even stand way, way back while you chat.
Yeah, thank you for that, Hermes. Alright, Apollo, any advice? My bare-chested sad clown friend.
I thought this would be easier, but it's as if Persephone left instructions to thwart me. Every staff member I approach screams and runs off. I hope your search has been more successful.
Who's running away from the hot shirtless man? This isn't
You don't come here often, I'm guessing?
Probably not.
Never. I'm sure Persephone only sent the membership as a formality. I doubt she thought I'd ever use it.
Don't you ever have fun? No drinking or dancing in Apollo land?
Once. When I had the muses to keep me company.
Oh. Yeah, there you go. It's like, there's the flirting. Oh. But my friend. But sad Apollo, man.
I'm a muse now. I can keep you company.
I'll flirt with the depressed guy. Why
Nothing
not?
would make me happier. But you do have a predicament to solve first.
Yeah. What
It
do you know
might
about
help
Persephone?
if I knew more about Persephone.
It couldn't hurt. What would you like to know exactly?
What's her deal?
What's
Even though
Persephone's
I know.
story? Her name rings a bell, but I don't...
But this girl
No
don't
doubt
know.
you've heard the tale of how Hades, lord of the underworld, kidnapped a young sweet goddess and made her his wife.
Yep.
That sweet young goddess was Persephone.
Her mother, Demeter, was so enraged she blanketed the world in ice, rendering it barren and infertile. Zeus was forced to act. He decreed that Persephone would be shared between Demeter and Hades, and thus the matter was resolved.
And that's how we got seasons.
Well, you asked. That's her story, as the mortals tell it.
Yeah, what's the
So
truth
tell
then,
me,
dude?
How much of Persephone's legend is true?
Well, let's see. Hades did kidnap Persephone. That certainly did
Well, he's
happen.
not being those
The idols
allegations.
almost went to war over it until Zeus intervened and ordered Hades and Persephone to wed. That quieted things. At least until Persephone killed Hades.
Ooh. Girl power. Wait, she killed him? I mean, he kind of had it coming for all that, you know. Here on this Twitch channel, we support women's wrongs.
Sounds like Hades had it coming.
I'd like to say we handled it well. That Zeus and the idols were mindful of what Persephone had been through, but that would be a lie. Persephone was punished for the murder, the underworld taken from her, and we all stood by and let it happen.
Yeah,
She
sounds
has
like
never forgiven us.
typical Greek god behavior.
And honestly, I can't blame her.
Yeah, I don't blame her either, man.
If I were her, I'd be mad at you all too.
That sucks.
Then you understand why things are difficult between us.
Okay, so why is everyone
I
scared of
thought
her,
she was
though?
just mad at me, but everyone seems afraid of Persephone.
Noticed that, did you? Persephone is angry with everyone, and has been for a very long time.
With good reason,
I
as you
told
just
why.
explained.
But it's more than that. She does not let go of a grudge.
And that is
1,000
typical
years could
Greek
pass, and Persephone will remember what
mythology
you did like it
behavior
was
also.
yesterday.
Okay, so she
Wait,
can kill a
Persephone
guy,
killed
though.
another idol.
Oh, long time ago, yeah.
What about all of Athena's rules? Wouldn't Persephone have been, I don't know,
Executed? The murder of Hades is probably why we now have that rule. Back then, we heard Persephone had usurped Hades' throne, but we couldn't believe it. It just wasn't done.
Well,
Now, of course, I look back and think we should have seen it coming. Oh, the benefit of hindsight.
yeah, hindsight's
why didn't you see
20.
it coming? You're the god of prophecy.
Also a
When I
very
look.
good question.
I learned long ago not to.
Yeah, what'd she do next, man?
So what happened to Persephone after...
The murder? She survived, like the rest of us. She got older, and when we came to the New World, I think she would have left us if it was allowed. It isn't, so instead she did as she pleased. She started a cult, became a crime boss.
Oh, what?
It was after her last transition, but honestly, I have no insight into anything Persephone does these days.
Whew, boy. It's like, yeah, man, she hates us, and also she decided to just do big crime, so, you know.
I found someone who will bring me to Persephone.
Finally. I'll be right behind you.
You're coming with me? But I thought...
She seems even angrier with you than she is with me. I might be able to mediate.
Can you, man? Oh, no.
We'll see, I guess.
I don't know about that. Alright. Off to talk to angry Persephone, then.
If you're angry with anyone, Persephone, be angry with me. It was I who...
I will deal with you later.
Oh, boy.
I was willing to leave you be, Grace. To wait until your guilt was certain. Yet here you are, in my domain.
Uh-oh. I'm in
uninvited.
danger.
Why? Are you here to beg for mercy? Are you here to challenge me? Should I be afraid?
Just being like, what's your problem, girl? I'll just be like, questions.
This isn't a challenge, Persephone. I have questions.
Questions for me? Good. Because I have questions for you. Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you? What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate? Are you an accident? Did you learn what she was? Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her eidolon?
One question at a time, please.
You have every reason to try to prove your innocence, Grace. But I have no reason to help you.
This is Ace Attorney Kangaroo Court. Shit. Well, I've got the option. Let's go for it.
That's it. I'm done talking.
Grace, I don't think
Forget it, Apollo. She's spoiling for a fight, so why not give it to her?
So it's a challenge after all.
Oh boy. Music battle. Let's go.
You hear that? You're in my house, little muse. You want answers? Fight for them.
Let's go. Time for me to shut the hell up since it's the singing time.
You shouldn't have come here. And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends. Go home, little girl. The shadows drawing near. And you all alone. We both know how this ends. Let's see how far she bends. We all know how this ends.
Sing off, let's go.
Testing 1, 2, testing 3. Is this thing on? Are you testing me with your coterie, ogling expectantly? Heads up, wrecking me won't come for free. See, it won't be easy, Persephone. When I use the moves I bring blessedly, shadows don't scare me. See, I'll survive it. Maybe you want to do this in private. You're lost, little girl. You're wasting our time now. The gall of a squeaking mouse in a lion's den. Give up, little girl. The bus home is leaving. seen it so many times. We all know how this ends.
More bars coming at you, girl. Watch out.
Your CV, Persephone? Oh boy, a celebrity dissing me. Now remind me, Peach, of my memories. Sorry, not up on my ancient history. Underworld, now that rings a bell. Was it you who was married to the king of hell? It's hazy, Hades. So you're his lady before my time because I'm such a baby. Please teach me my ABCs. Me, I never featured in Euripides. So where are they now? Wow, look around. You're the big cheese of a hole in the ground.
Damn.
Don't you have any idea what you're dealing with, child? Surprise, surprise, coins on your eyes. Give them to the ferryman. Get it in your little head. You're spitting at the queen of the dead. You're not my queen pea, I'm alive. You got a real life muse in this basement dive. You could use a boost. Should I play a gig? Hey, word of mouth works, P. It'll be big. Get lost, little girl. I need a room and a rider and a cut of the bar. You're making me angry. I got needs, you see. Say please, I'll bring keys and a couple guitars. You don't wanna know how far we could descend. We haven't fun yet. I'm sorry, what's up? Let me guess how it ends. Thank you already said. Back off, little girl. We're young, you're old, we live. You're asking for trouble. The end, see, that's how time works. Bye-bye. You wanna push me, so look and then see how this ends. How this always ends. Don't you have any idea how you sound right now? We hear it all the time. The world is full of ghosts and nothing's ever born. You're choking on dust down here now. Maybe that's your cue. Time's come to move on. Make space for someone new. Someone not as bored as you. Maybe this new muse will do. Don't use that word. You have no right to use that word.
Okay, boomer.
After what you did to her, why don't I just kill you and wipe the floor with you? Don't use that word. You have to fight to use that word. You don't go in and take. That's your biggest mistake. For Calliope's sake.
Well, guess what? I'm the muse now, so deal with it.
You lost them, you know, if you ever had them. You were only the warm-up act to the main event. They're here for the headline show. You're free to go. Guess now we know how it ends.
Woo! Yippee!
Is that enough, Persephone? Do we need to go another round?
Just tell me one thing. What prompted this little visit of yours?
We went to Calliope's apartment, and we know that you own it.
There you go.
I see. Follow me then.
Also, for those who tuned in a little later, the big muse power Grace got is basically that she can turn
Calliope
everything into
came
a
to me
musical.
years ago. She'd grown tired of arguing with the idols, tired of being branded a troublemaker. She couldn't watch the idols wither away without a fight. I knew how she felt. So I gave her the apartment.
So no conflict at all. You just did
That's
that.
it? No fights, no conflict of any kind?
Why would there be?
Because you're you, Persephone.
Rude.
No. Not recently. Calliope and I haven't spoken for at least 2 years. After I heard the news, I went to the apartment and turned it upside down. I had to know the truth.
That was you?
I didn't find anything. Nothing to say what she had been involved with, or gotten into, or who she might have been fighting with.
Okay, so we still have no idea then. That's pretty sus. Do you still think I did it?
So what now? Do you still think I'm guilty?
The jury's still out on whether Calliope chose you, but do I think you killed her? No.
If it wasn't Grace, that means someone else was behind Calliope's death.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who could keep their involvement hidden.
But whomst?
One of us.
Yeah, does it have to be one of you guys?
Does it have to be an idol? You thought I killed Calliope. Couldn't it have been some other mortal?
Despite how we might look, it's not a simple matter to kill an idol.
It was difficult enough to believe you had done it. If another mortal killed her, they somehow escaped detection. We found nothing, no evidence of a battle.
You looked?
Of course we looked. What do you think was happening while you waited? If Calliope was attacked elsewhere, even magic revealed no trace of it.
Okay, so... Grace, I don't think you're allowed to be suspicious at this point of magic.
Wait. Did you say magic?
Yeah, she said
You can battle me
magic.
through a song in a world of your own creation, and yet magic is beyond belief?
Exactly.
Sure, I just thought...
We have our powers just as you have yours.
I can grow a field of corn like nobody's business.
Some would say our powers
Country
are
gods
also
make
magic,
do.
but true magic is a different
sorry.
and older power. Hecate's domain.
And it was of no use here.
We shouldn't rule it out. We haven't tried everything yet.
We can Hecate at some point, huh? Nice. Yeah.
Did Calliope have any enemies? The way you talk about her, she must have. What? What am I missing?
Yeah, what's the deal?
Calliope had a way of making people angry. She could be argumentative.
So, literally anyone.
But enough to make enemies who wanted her dead?
Not that you or I know of, apparently, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist.
Athena does seem very suspicious, a little too sickly sweet.
What about Athena? She seemed awfully insistent on declaring me guilty, don't you think?
Athena? No, Athena follows the rules.
Well...
Doesn't she also
Athena
make
has
the
one
rules,
goal,
though?
and one goal only, to protect the idols. And that included Calliope.
Okay.
She'll eventually drive us all mad with her vigilance, but break her own rules? I don't see it.
Yeah, what about Pan?
What about Pan? He showed up at my place out of nowhere, right after I left the chorus.
He did what?
I have to wonder what his angle is.
He has one, that's for certain. Though I've never thought of him as a killer. It would be too... messy.
Still, we should consider the idea. For him to show up so quickly is... odd.
Getting real sus in this game of Among Us.
For all I know, either one of you could have done it, and you're just playing along.
Apollo is capable of many things, but lying? He was never any good at it.
Whereas we know how capable you are of murder.
Okay, this isn't...
The one and only god I killed deserved it.
Right. Sorry I brought it up. Couldn't we go to Athena with this? If you've changed your minds and you're both part of the chorus...
Athena would be sympathetic, but... the die has been cast.
No.
She won't go back on the edict, not without clear evidence.
Oh, now you want evidence.
She acted on the information she had. If we want to sway her, we need something better.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know the idols. Don't you have any ideas?
Yeah, come on. Help
Told
us
you I
out.
wouldn't be of much help, Grace.
Did you now? That's unsurprising. When are you ever of help to anyone but yourself?
Says the woman who forced Grace to challenge her rather than answer a simple question.
Okay, guys, enough of the
Calliope
fighting.
died, Apollo. Calliope, who came with us all the way from the old world.
You think I don't know that? Are you forgetting what the Muses meant to me?
Okay, enough of you two.
Well, I'm not giving up. That's right. You heard me. Maybe it's easy for you to throw in the towel. Why not? Your life isn't at stake. But I'm gonna fight. If I have to kick every ass on Olympus, I am getting through this.
Ooh, more music time. Yeah.
Calliope, I'm listening now. Tell us what and you were doomed to.
Calliope, blinded by fire, what match did you strike that consumed you?
Is Calliope a flapper?
How could you blame her? What could she have done to earn such a fate? You are blinded.
God of the sun hides from his own eyes. What would you know about fate?
You say that you knew her, she was family to us, yet you don't hesitate to accuse her. Oh, queen without a throne, go bitter with fury. Not everyone seeks to betray you.
Stop this. Every action comes with a cost.
And who could she have crossed? Lost to.
Apollo, your help is not needed here. Go ahead and abandon another muse.
Jeez.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel any further?
You abandoned me to
Of
a terrible fate.
You replay your injuries
It's
till
far
it's
too
too
late.
late.
You know how far I bent before I
trapped.
snapped.
This is
is
not
not
about
about
you. Enough! This helps no one.
Chill out, man.
He is God of the sun. Apollo, for my sake, take a deep breath. I need your help, not your anger. These old wounds, they have you paralyzed. Calliope, what one more from you?
She wanted so much more.
She is gone. Follow him or stay.
I'm going with sad boy. I cannot just let this dumpster man
That was not my finest moment.
be alone.
Persephone will never let this go.
Well, you did say she could hold a grudge, and she is immortal, so there you go. It was impressive.
You kind of went dark and stormy back there. It was impressive.
I honestly thought I had left that behind me.
Left what? Signs of life? The world won't wither if you raise your voice, Apollo.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I just wish old habits didn't return so easily
I mean, good old Greek mythology god
Family
anger.
thing, huh?
That's why I've tried to avoid my fellow idols for so long. I don't like who I am when I'm with them.
Yeah, no wisdom with
You'd
age.
think being thousands of years old would make idols more mature. And yet...
Oh, I've forgotten 10 lifetimes by now. Perhaps my maturity was in one of those. At least coming here was useful. You have a better idea of where to start looking, right?
Yeah, you're still helping me,
I
right,
thought
dude?
you'd decide that getting me into the underworld was enough.
What? Bring you to Persephone and then shrug? Not my problem now?
I mean, I appreciate
what I
it,
meant
dude.
to say is, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Now kiss. Mwah, mwah,
Sorry.
mwah.
I'm not used to asking people for help.
It's all right. I certainly know that tune.
And Athena's
I have
definitely
to
not
ask,
actually an option.
Is Athena really not an option? She wouldn't see what you see? At all?
I respect Athena. She has dragged us into the modern age, sometimes kicking and screaming. She's why we're alive. But if I said that her need to keep us safe didn't drive her to extremes, I'd be lying. You represent a risk, Grace. To her, that is more important than any notion of compassion or justice.
I mean, Athena also had no problem turning the girl into a spider for doing better than her at a sewing contest, so... well, weaving, sorry. So, you know, not exactly the biggest shocker. And considering the fact that she's responsible for Medusa for some petty reasons and some of those flavors of mythology, yeah, I can believe I wouldn't want to deal with her.
I'm not that much of a risk, am I? I won't explode. What's the worst that could happen?
The worst is that we could be admitting either a murderer or a usurper into our ranks.
How awful.
She's protecting an idea as much as a physical reality. It's true. To her, there is no difference.
Okay, so Persephone's the only one who killed another god. But if you follow all the Greek mythology, I'm sure you guys killed a lot of mortals.
If another idol is behind this, they know as well. They had a plan.
So enough of the hypocrisy.
So you don't know where to look next?
I need time to sort it out. Just be patient, Grace.
Is there anything I can do in the meantime? Someplace I can look?
Don't you want to relax? You haven't rested since this began.
Relax? Who can relax? I've been sentenced to death, Apollo.
Fair point. Even so, go home, Grace. The next time you see me, I'll have a better notion of what to do.
Okay.
Fine. But I'm holding you to that.
Ooh. That was just Act 1. I don't remember a big Act 1 thing lighting up before. Hey, Freddy. What's up?
Hey, Freddy. Have you been waiting up this whole time?
Yeah? A goat man sends you off into the night. Your life is on the line. And I'm gonna, what, sleep?
Fair
what
point.
If you were taken prisoner, kept in a cave by a cyclops, or I don't know, turned into a tree? I was worried sick.
I'm playing the field.
You were worried about me? Aw.
We'll see how that works out.
Best friend in the whole world, Grace. Plus, you know, what would the band do?
Right, the band. Where are Kaz and Brian anyway?
I told them you were fine, which isn't a lie, because technically you are.
Sure.
Now tell me everything that happened. Huh. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the nose.
Just a bit.
That's what I said.
And you ended up siding with Apollo? Lord of the Sun, god of prophecy? Do you trust him?
I think so.
I'm not sure. I think so. It doesn't seem like he's lying, but he's hard to read.
Famous last words.
Tell me about it.
So, what are your options? You need to go back to Apollo's place, right?
I could go back to the underworld. Make sure Persephone isn't taking my decision personally.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, come by Olympus. I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
I just spoke to him.
I just spoke to him at the underworld. If he wanted something, why didn't he just talk to me there?
Because he's creepy and wants to get you alone.
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it.
Pan just gives
But
the ick.
it doesn't matter. I said I'd
But his
help,
voice is
and
so
that's
cool.
what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddy.
The muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
Ooh. I got multiple options now because before it was just telling me to go to one or the other. Well, rather I had one place I could go. So yeah, here's Calliope. She's dead, unfortunately. Who else have we not seen? Here's Aphrodite. She only has been in one scene and she was just like really sad the whole time. Here's Athena, who was like an evil mother. Or scary mother anyways. Got to see. I can't believe this man was just looking like that. Yeah, just straight up looking like a Turkish wrestler taking a quick break from his BDSM dungeon. That's one way of describing him. There, Grace. Who should I talk to? Well, you know what? Haven't been to this new location yet, so I'll talk to Pan. See how that goes.
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catching.
What is this place?
It's a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
Yeah, but this is like super fancy, man.
This building. All those people I pass getting up here. Are they all idols?
Oh, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace. Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
It's pretty nice. Is it hidden, though?
I've passed this part of the city 100 times. I've never seen this building. Was it always here? Or...
Our Lady Hecate provides glamours that allow certain things to go unseen, such as my glorious horns.
Ooh, so Hecate is
Olympus
around.
is the same. Those invited see it. Those who aren't see exactly what they expect. It's not anywhere as grand as in the old country, but it serves its purpose.
Okay. Yeah, this
I don't
isn't.
know, Pan.
This
All
isn't
of this
grand.
seems pretty grand to me.
As if mortals would know any better. This isn't the first time you've been here. I'm sure Hermes took you to Athena's dreary office.
That's here? Huh.
Good one, that Hermes. Almost as dull-witted as the original, but biddable.
Jeez.
How many idols are there? I've met, what, less than 12?
Oh, I don't know. 20, 30. Our numbers have dwindled so much I've stopped keeping track.
Wouldn't that be easier to keep track of then, man?
We're not all equally legendary, it's true. Some idols were barely worshipped, others not at all. Indeed, not all of us are idols. Some are merely immortal. Hangers-on, if you will. You'll meet them all, given time.
Ooh, interesting. Some more Greek mythology characters
Idols
that
live
aren't
here?
necessarily gods.
I mean, Calliope didn't, obviously. Apollo doesn't either.
One must have special dispensation from Our Lady of Wisdom, Athena, before they can take up a private dung heap like Apollo's.
Am I gonna have to give him my apartment?
That's rather putting the cart before the horse, darling. First, you must outlive the weak.
Right. Good point.
Yeah.
You asked me to meet
Priorities,
him
Grace.
I did. Though I feared you might decline, considering your rather callous rejection earlier. Regardless, my pride is intact, as is the favor you owe me, which I now wish to collect.
Uh-oh. What's the deal?
Oh, sure. I'm totally in a position to help others right now. Lay it on me.
Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires.
What friend?
I'll give you a key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him, and then we're even. If that's not enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the lovely Hecate. A sorceress of her power could aid your quest.
You had me at woman.
This Hecate, do you think she could help me?
If she's of a mind. She is the goddess of dark magic, the creator of all our marvelous glamours. If anyone can help you, it is she.
And if she's not of a mind?
Then she won't help you. Grace, that part is up to you. I can't be expected to do everything, can I?
Guess you can't be expected to have your tie straight, but sure, whatever, man.
What is this?
Remind me what a
reliquary?
reliquary is, I forget.
Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics. The relics of ancient gods. Magical treasures collected over thousands of years.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Books,
which ones?
mainly. We store them in a faraway place so no one unsavory can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself.
Damn, that man did not like that.
A rather dull waste of so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge? I'm not leader of the chorus.
He's like, why can't we use these magic books? What kind of dumb shit is this?
If these relics are off limits, does that mean they're dangerous?
I mean, probably.
Some, but I'm not asking you to chase after any of that nonsense. In fact, I'd advise against it.
But what if one of those relics could help me?
My, such an adventurer you are. It's possible, but ask Hecate first. She, and I mean this with complete and uncharacteristic seriousness, is not an idol you or anyone wishes to cross.
Yeah, the god of dark magic, definitely not someone you'd want to mess with.
This person I'm to help. What does he want? And why can't you do
Yeah, so
it?
what famous Greek
Well, Grace,
object
there are
am I
some
after
things
then?
you're better equipped to handle than I. This, as I understand it, is a delicate matter of the heart. One that requires a muse's hand.
A matter of the heart.
What, did you think I was sending you to rough someone up? Set something aflame? Don't be absurd. The man has an issue with his love life. Even if you can't help him, I'll treat the effort as worth the favor.
Well, Greek mythology person with trouble with their love life. That certainly narrows it down. It doesn't. That could be any. That could be so many of them.
So that's it? Fix up someone's love life? Nothing trickier than that?
Girl, you're not familiar with the
way
mythology.
You talk, Grace. It makes me blush.
Well, it's just that...
I trade in willing favors, Grace. If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be? I may seem untrustworthy, but allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly and with open arms.
Ooh, that's reassuring. Yeah.
What about Calliope?
Mm-hmm.
Did she walk into harm knowingly and with open arms?
You tell me.
Ooh.
I could deny it, of course, but if you choose not to believe anything I say, what's the point of asking the question?
He is so sus. But I feel like he's way too
Well,
sus
think about it.
to be the actual
No promises.
killer.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named Asterion. Lovely fellow, quite harmless. I'll send a package to your domicile that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Oh my. Asterion, huh? Not gonna mention that he's, the Minotaur. That feels like that'd be important to share with Grace, Pan. Yes, no, sure. Just good one, bud. I'll talk to Apollo for now. Gotta go to his r/men's living space.
Grace, you're back. That's good. I was just about to call you.
He means he wants me to call you because Paul here still hasn't figured out how to use a phone.
That's not true. I know how. I just don't like them. They're confusing.
Okay, boomer.
Anyhow, I've been contemplating our list of suspects, and I think Pan is someone we need to consider.
Yeah, I did just talk to him, and he was super sus. Yeah, what's this about the phones,
You
though?
don't like phones?
I just don't like talking to people I can't see.
No, it's the ringtones. They scare the crap out of him. I kid you not.
I'm not frightened. Only a child would be frightened. They're just very loud.
This man is so pathetic. I love him.
Yeah.
Can we return to the subject of Pan, please?
Yeah.
Why Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
Persephone did, but I've had time to think it over. Pan is a schemer, a traitor in favors. He always has been. His sudden appearance in all this cannot be coincidental.
Again, he did
You
seem
think he
very
could've killed
sus.
Calliope after all?
Perhaps. Or he knows who did and is trying to turn it to his benefit. He always knows more than he pretends.
I actually went to see Pan at Olympus. I guess that wasn't such a great idea.
Whoops.
Spoke to him again. Already.
For the third time. He was at the underworld, too. He wants me to repay a favor by helping someone at a place called the Reliquary.
The Reliquary?
Yeah, how bad is the, how
Pan
bad an
sends
idea
you
is this,
there of all
Apollo?
places.
Give it to us straight.
I don't like the sound of that.
Uh-oh. Is it dangerous? Should I not go?
No.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that you do, even if it's just to find out what he wants and why.
Am I crazy? Why was there like a second
Aphrodite
grace
is
for a
holding
second?
Party of sorts, one you should attend. She is closest to Pan. Indeed, she knows almost all the idols. If anyone is up to something, she's bound to know.
Okay. Yeah, what kind of party?
What do you mean by a party of sorts? I mean, I'm always down for a party, but...
It's more of a remembrance than a party, really. It's
Oh.
difficult to describe.
So...
That's awfully vague, Apollo.
It'll be easier to see for yourself. It's nothing you can't handle.
This man is so vague all the time.
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
Well, talking to Aphrodite isn't something anyone does with much success these days.
Well, if that's the case, what makes you think I'll get anywhere?
There's a standing invitation for the Muse to attend this party. Calliope never went, so Aphrodite will be thrilled to see you.
And also you can
Trust
make her
me.
sing,
I
so...
thought you couldn't get her to talk. I wouldn't suggest it.
Okay, I'll go. Eventually.
Perfect. I will see you there.
Paul, you should see this. The names you wanted me to look up are getting weird results.
What names?
I don't doubt it. I was hoping you could...
Get over here!
No worries, Paul. I'll see you later.
Oh, man. Interesting. Interesting. I can go to the Reliquary or go to Aphrodite's party. Or I can talk to Persephone more. Just be like, hey, I ditched the sad sack. What's up, girl?
As I recall, Grace, when I said stay or leave, you chose to leave. If it wasn't clear, I don't give second chances. Or did you have some other reason for darkening my
Oh,
doorstep?
this is killing me. I can recognize Persephone's voice, but I'm not sure who it is.
I'm sorry. If I'd known Apollo would act like that, I wouldn't have come in with him.
The man is like a sad puppy that keeps peeing on your carpet. Even you should see that by now.
But he's my
I don't
pathetic
think,
little puppy.
No, you don't think. If you did, you'd realize Apollo is a fully grown man who should make his own apologies. If you
True.
decided he's the ally you need, then wonderful. I hope it works out for you.
Yeah. I'm not even going to bother saying we could still be friends. I think I will get laughed at for that.
Fair enough. Have it your way.
Naturally. I always do. One last word of advice before you go. If you want to survive, don't look to anyone else for help. Not Apollo, not Pan, not even me.
Oh, it's
You
killing me.
walked away from my offer, and I respect that. Make your choices and live
Oh,
with
this
them.
way of the game sound like, yeah, you picked Apollo, dummy. You don't get to go back. Oh. You can head to the Reliquary or go to Aphrodite's party. Oh, gosh. What do I want? Throwing some kind of party. Apollo thinks I should go since Aphrodite knows everyone who's anyone, and might be able to help me. He's being kind of vague about what the party's about, though. Should I be worried? Well, you know what? It sounds like either one is something big and exciting, and it's late, and I'm a little tired, and it's unfortunately daylight savings time, where we spring ahead here in America and lose an hour of the day. I hate it. It sucks. So if I wake up at, I don't know, 9 a.m. tomorrow, it'll actually be 10 a.m. because yay. And that sucks. So I'm gonna just call it. Ooh. Yes, so I'm in the middle of Act 2. Yippee. This game rocks. I'm loving this. I am going to be back to streaming it sometime tomorrow. I'll make some sort of announcement with enough advance time to let people know. But yeah, I'm definitely playing more of this. This game rules. I'm super invested in this. So thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you, Raiders, for the raid earlier. It was wonderful. I'm so glad to have more people joining. And yeah, just I hope everyone has a good night. I hope you don't lose too much sleep because of that loss of an hour, if you're in America like me. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your evening, and I will see you all next time. Later.